Dom.
Oh Jesus! What is it, Blogger Chan? What do you want?
Thank you for meeting me at this location. As you know the rules, as I sent you that text message.
Rules? I thought you said you get some free sour cream and onion chips here. Like,
Dom, do not disrespect me. Are you ready to go?
Go what? What do you? Wait. Why are you putting your dukes up? You want to fight?
Yes, we fight to the death. Can you not hear the
to
music,
the death?
Dom?
You want to fight me to the death?
I am
You're like
going,
3
yes.
feet tall.
That's
Why
it.
would you?
I no more talking.
You want to fight? You realize how unfair this is gonna be? How unmatched we are.
Unfair for you.
All right, fine. Let's go.
What the? How could you?
What?
You hit me. Why?
Yeah, I hit you. This is a fight to the death.
No, you misunderstand. Why would you hit me in the face like we? No.
Is this a woman thing? What are you talking
you are
about?
stronger than
I told you that in the beginning, and then you wanted to fight.
You are in a privileged position to be a stronger life form. You are a man.
I like that you called me a life form. What am I, an alien or something? Look, Blogger Chan, this is stupid. I'm just gonna finish you off right now. All right, let's make it quick. Come here.
No.
You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm Dom.
I'm D Respect.
He's got a great set of tits.
I get so angry thinking about this kid.
Because that's what most people are bitching about.
From New York, you know what I mean? We like to eat out here, you know?
You gotta stop looking at interacting with people online as a cheap date. My father used to drink.
Get the fuck away from me. I'm done.
I come a lot, by the way.
You're good at the rap stuff.
If you didn't say it, somebody in the comment section would have said it.
It's like how you feel when you're having a paranoid high.
That's a dynamic connection right there. You're listening to Double D's.
I'm Dom.
Woo! I'm D Respect. Thank you for listening to yet another installment of the Double D's podcast. As we told you motherfuckers last week, like the motherfucking video. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on this one. What do you say? 100? A hundy? You like when people abbreviate things like that? Things like
You know what I'm not a fan of?
What?
I'm gonna keep it a buck, or someone says a buck for 100. I'm not a fan.
I've never heard of keeping it a buck for 100.
You have to.
I've heard I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
That's so. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Oh, wait a minute. You said I'm gonna keep it a buck or 100.
That's the same thing, right?
I thought no. But I thought you literally just said that the person says I'm gonna keep it a buck for 100.
No. They said I'm
like
gonna
the
keep it a
game
buck
of
for 100 with
Jeopardy.
you, my home. No, that's such a New York thing. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Alex.
100.
100.
I'm not a fan of that. And when someone says I weighed $170, it's like I don't really like. Just say 170. You don't have to. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, I guess what's the point? Like you don't want to say 100, and it's easier for you to say a buck.
A buck, homie.
It's just cool. When exactly did 100 become the vernacular for honesty, for just complete honesty? Because obviously
it's got to be 100%, man. Whenever we decided that, and look, we're two idiots. I don't know why 100. I don't know why 100% means completion of one unit. Why is it 100?
Okay, this is mathematics. I'm starting to get confused, but continue.
Do you have? I mean, you're probably better at math than me. No, I guarantee.
Why? Because I do Blogger Chan. Is that why? Fucking
dude, your job and why else? Did you take Algebra 2 in high school? What did you get up to?
I don't remember. Definitely not. I never took any algebra. Everything was remedial for me as far as
you had to have. You took algebra in middle school.
Maybe.
You had to have.
I just didn't do the homework. It's just like whatever.
How did you graduate?
It was just like whatever for me. Like I don't remember any of that stuff.
So 100 means completion, but you can go over 100%, obviously.
Okay.
So 100 is actually not complete. I mean, it's theoretically complete, but you can go 300%. You know, like, let's say Dwayne Wade's basketball performance is about.
Did you say Wayne Wade?
I said Dwayne Wade.
You said Wayne Wade.
I said Dwayne Wade, dude. Go in the comments and
comment section
clarify.
below. I think he said
Did
Wade.
Did I say Did I say Wayne Wade or Dwayne Wade, dude? I definitely said Dwayne Wade.
Continue.
I'm scared now because if I did it,
when
then people are
Wayne Wade throws the ball through the hoop, is that what you were
when Wayne
about to
Wade
comment on?
does that shit.
When he bounces the ball down the field.
I love the way to dribble up and down the court.
That's my Little Romeo impression, guys.
That's not Little Romeo. That's Little Bow.
I love the way it dribble up and down the court.
That's Little Romeo.
It's
everybody.
Bow Wow.
Oh shit!
Basketball
that's right.
is my favorite sport. I love the way they dribble up and down the court. God, that song is so fucking lame.
So terrible.
You know how many times I saw, God, what's that Little Bow Wow movie where he played basketball? Like Mike?
No, it's Philadelphia where he gets AIDS and dies. Is that the one?
That'd be a great movie to see Bow Wow get AIDS.
Oh wait, who got killed in Tokyo Drift? Fast and the Furious Tokyo
I believe
Drift.
he was in there, but
Oh, he got his ass stomped out and killed, and it was just beautiful.
I just never saw those.
You know what was surprisingly good? Roll Bounce, man. Roll Bounce is that's one of those go-to movies like Geely, where I'll say it as like a joke, shitty movie. I'll be like, "Oh, this is Roll Bounce too," but like the movie was actually compelling and interesting. One of the funniest parts is when Bow Wow is he's doing his skating routine at the end of the movie, and he tries to do in any sport movie. All right, there's always the cliche moment where he's like, he's gonna attempt to do the double, triple nigger flip or whatever it is, right? And the double, triple, yeah, the triple nigger flip. You know, Bow Wow attempted it, and only one man was able to do it, and he was Tyrese Negron the third.
Oh,
Yeah,
the third. Okay.
Yeah, the third. Yeah, back in the Civil War, and he tries to do it, and he fails. He gets his ass broke, and he like slips and slides on his ass for a good like 30 seconds, slides into a wall, and everything goes quiet, and he fails and he loses, and that's the best part of Roll Bounce. I love it.
You know what's interesting about all that is the fact that historically, in your mind, even though it was during the Civil War era, they were still documenting the achievements of black people.
yeah, you're
Somehow
right.
it was like the Guinness. That's when Guinness started documenting what blacks would do.
That's so wrong.
Roll Bounce. Roll Bounce was that one with the guy with the fro at the end. The Bow Wow was against like this fucking 6 foot tall guy,
and he had like
ripped.
6 bitches on him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
the
that
one
one.
that I could put in that category as well is Drumline, which everybody would agree is Nick Cannon's crowning achievement.
It's so fucking good. And look,
It is a good movie.
Like, we shit on Nick Cannon. That movie is fucking awesome. Yeah. And who's the black dude? That's the black dude. Who's the dude that
I know, but he kind of looks like a cross between me and you.
The coach, right?
He does.
you knew exactly who I was talking about. I was like,
Exactly.
This is Nick Cannon. You motherfucker. You better play them drums, nigga. Like, that dude is awesome in that movie.
Terrence Howard.
No, that wasn't not at all, dude. Terrence Howard.
I think it was.
Hey man, you gonna use them sticks? You better use that shit right, okay? This is Terrence Howard and Roll Bounce 4, okay? This is Roll Bounce 4, and I'm playing these sticks, and this is all I got.
3?
Yeah, this is all I got in my life, okay? After Iron Man, I had to go to the nearest HBCU, okay?
You know, with Drumline, what they made cool is really crazy because it's already nuts that you make us care about the world of drum lines and, you know, lead drummers and all this musicianship stuff. But when Nick Cannon steps up to the other team and he starts banging his drum, like he's dunking a basketball on him.
Yeah.
He's just shitting all over the guy. And, you know, and you go into this movie not knowing anything about this culture, and you're like, oh, shit, he's about to do it. Oh, shit, he's not about to bang on it. He banged on his fucking drum.
Oh, right, the other dude's drum, right?
Right, the other dude's drum.
Didn't he slug him?
He's like, and he slugs him. He punches him right over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really, really cool stuff. Even and at the same time, not being cool as well.
You know what I was saying earlier is, look, if Dwayne Wade,
You didn't say. All right, go.
look, Dwayne Wade, his basketball performance is like 1,500% better than mine. Okay, that's how good it is.
Got you. Right. So
how the fuck
that? Right.
How is that possible, dude? Tell me.
It's
How is my
we
best?
need completion in language. I guess maybe mathematically that might be incorrect, but in language we need that. Which is why 10 is such a number that satisfies people on a level. You ask somebody,
man.
how drunk are you? From a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk are you? That's always the thing. No one ever says from a scale of 1 to 13, how drunk are you?
That's pretty funny though. Like, you guys can use that on girls. That's a good trick. Is if you're using any sort of scale, use an odd number. Use like incorrect numbers, or if they ask you any percentages, always end it on like a really weird number, like 82%, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's cute. I'm not fucking you anyway." That type of stuff.
Really, that word.
One thing that annoys the shit out of me, I don't like 5 scales, dude. I don't like it.
You don't like 5 scales? Why? Because
It's
it limits you?
awful. Yeah, it's awful. It's like 4 is not. 4 is technically 8 out of 10 if you double it, but what about the 7? All you can get is 3.5. That's the closest you can get. But why do the 0.5? And it's less precise. All rating systems that are based on numbers should be on a 10 scale. It's ridiculous to even, or like I've seen 3s.
You've had sex with a lot of 3s. Oh.
I probably had a couple of them. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, you know who really blew the lid off of this? Roger and Ebert, right? Thumbs, yes or no? That
changed things, right?
I think those two guys, honestly, they probably revolutionized critical media in general, dude. And I'm not talking about just not just film, dude. The idea of criticizing stuff. Like, their shit was just like, they were like super brutal, really honest about shit, and like stuff lived or died by them. Like, it got to the point where like their shit would be on the VHS box, and like it still is. I mean, like Ebert, the Ebert site. Did I say Siskel and Ebert or even
you said
Roper?
Roger? You said See, again, you did it again with, like you said, with the Wayne Wade.
Okay, whatever. Look,
Yeah.
you kids are too young to remember Siskel and Ebert, but that's what it used to be.
I never watched Siskel and Ebert. Occasionally I would tune in, but I never saw it like that.
I remember just knowing that they were kind of a measure of whether or not something was good. It was like, but they became, and I got to use this term, even though it's fucking corny as shit, like critical rock stars, and they still are. I mean, like, who's bigger in like being a movie critiquer? Like, it's still not like that. Like those, but like that was like as big as you could get in terms of just being a watcher. Roger Ebert actually directed his own movie. I think it was in the late 70s.
Wasn't it terrible?
Shitty.
Yeah, like House of Dolls or something like that.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember. I remember it was like
something to do with dolls.
It was like some kind of dramatic thing where there was like opera in the background, but it was just dog shit. Which, I mean, look, do we have to have this discussion about
beyond the Valley of Dolls?
I mean, this is a thing. Like, of course, you're allowed to critique whatever you want, but like, sometimes I do have to think about this shit. When like I talk to a friend and I'm like, "Oh, did you watch Moonlight?" And they're like, "Ugh, I hated it, and I'm like, I understand that, but there's a part of me in my head that's like, motherfucker, like, you haven't made anything in your fucking life, have you? Yes, you can have your opinion, but like, I think I value the opinion of people who do the thing way more.
Yeah.
So let's take sports analogies. Let's go to your realm. Guys who used to play the game.
That my realm?
It is your realm.
No, it's my realm because you don't know anything about it.
Movies
is my realm too, sir. You didn't even know the title of his film had anything to do with dolls.
I didn't say that film wasn't your realm, did I?
Well, it's to say let's go to your realm. You're talking about movies.
I'm not saying sports is your only realm. If I said let's go to sports,
just
comma,
question.
If I said sports, let's go to sports, comma, your only realm.
So who am I, the guy with the shoulder pads in the room?
You're wrong.
In the location.
You're wrong.
Hey, what's up, Dom? We're over here in the sports realm. What else you want to know, dog?
Okay, in the sports realm, you got shut up. Like, it's best to be a coach or a player. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you've played the game, you're valued more, right?
if you played the game, are you valued more?
Yeah, like
valued more when you're a commentator,
or a coach, or like in some position of power, right?
If you're a commentator, being a former player doesn't give you any of a louder megaphone than somebody who studied the game for years. I'll give you an example of somebody who is probably the most revered name in boxing media is Max Kellerman. Fairly young guy. He's in his 40s. He does First Take with Stephen A. Smith, but for years and years and years, Max Kellerman, that's all his life has been, is boxing. He moonlights in all the other sports, and he's more he's more knowledgeable about those things now because he's on ESPN and he has to talk about different issues. But you're never going to fucking see somebody say, Max, you were never a fighter. You don't know what you're talking about. No, Max Kellerman knows exactly what the fuck he's talking about. So, I mean, in sports, it's not really like that. You don't, and which is strange too, because you would think that something that requires physical activity, not just mental and intellectual, not just knowledge of something, but you have to put your body into practice. It's a lot more similar if you are somebody who reviews books and you write your reviews. You guys are both writing. If you are a sports commentator who's never played sports before, that's a huge gap. It's like, not only have you not, like, you're a writer
in terms of what's actually happening that you're talking about. In terms of what's
actually happening that you're talking. Yes, this is you. You're talking about going into the ring and beating the shit out of another human being. You've never done that. But even still, I mean, in sports, you never really see that. And here's the reason why. Because the people who are talking to these analysts and to the commentators are those former players who are now in the commentators' arena. Because that's all athletes do these days. That's the most legit and most lucrative.
It's a great career model, I think.
A career for an athlete after he retires is being a commentator. I mean, maybe it used to be, maybe you relied on endorsements and commercials, and whatever the hell else. But being a commentator and an analyst is the number one retirement job for an athlete.
Dominic Rabrin, University of Maryland College Park.
That's how you would introduce yourself at the beginning of the game.
Dominic Rabin.
How would Donald Trump critique a film?
Critique a film?
Yeah. Let's say Donald Trump saw The Big Lebowski.
The Big Lebowski. First off, I gotta say, I love the guy. What's the guy's name? The white guy, main character. Great.
Robert Redford.
Great guy. He's awesome. This movie, excellent. It's filled with great guys, great white guys. Great. It's a classic. You got the Coen brothers. The Coen brothers, I think they're Jews. That's fine though. I love the Jews. Jews, great people. They're great people. I hang out with them all the time. They're free to come to my hotel anytime they want. The Big Lebowski is a great movie because of one thing. And I got to tell you about this thing. It's a great thing.
That you saw it. That's the one great thing about it.
That's another great thing. Okay. Thank you, D-Respect. Okay. Not all people from the press are shitty. D-Respect, good guy. Tremendous guy. Only says good things about me. That's why I let him to talk to me. Okay. The best thing about The Big Lebowski is this moment when they're talking to the rich guy. The rich guy's house is fucking amazing. It's a great house, great luxurious location. Okay. The rug, great, tremendous. Golden rug.
All right, you're describing things about this film that even I don't remember. I don't even know why I picked that film. I guess.
Great, amazing rug.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right. Donald Trump film reviews, everybody.
Yeah.
Tune in.
I'd watch that. I honestly would. And that is the problem, isn't it? We gotta say it, dude. Like, would you watch Obama? Like, you just don't separate your politics from it, man. Would you rather watch Obama critique The Big Lebowski or Trump?
Oh, he's gonna pussyfoot around it. No.
Trump, look, here's the thing about Obama, man. What you guys gotta understand about this fucking guy, he is a machine. He is a monster. He's a motherfucker.
He's a charismatic
at politicking, there was never anyone fucking better than him. Because I defy you, tell me a moment where he fucked up. Tell me a moment when he slipped, when he said some wrong shit.
Never.
When he
Unless,
You know what?
okay, I mean, unless you want to consider something that he said that was, I guess, people would consider divisive. The country would I think his most divisive and one of the most controversial things that he ever said is when he said Trayvon would look like him. So if he had a son, Trayvon would look like him. I think he internalized it. I get what he's doing, but I think he internalized the situation way too much, and people were like, oh my God. You know, people were going to fucking complain anyway.
You're
but
right.
that was probably the most controversial thing he ever said. But that's not a gaffe. He intended to say that.
Right,
That's
right.
not
But see,
Bush.
That's the thing about him is like, I feel like I want to talk a little bit about charisma and what it means, because it's something that it's quite immeasurable. I don't know what the word is. It's something, though, that everyone needs, and if you have it, dude, you can go so fucking far in your life if people just like you, because it's a combination of things. It's how you look, it's how you smell, it's like, let's take smell out. It's the physical and the mental stuff. It's like your body language. It's how you move your body when you're talking. It's all this stuff is measured. It's like, you ever talk to an awkward guy who just makes you uncomfortable? Mm-hmm. Like, do you respect? Like, you just talk to a guy and you're like, man, like, I don't know what it is about this guy. I just
don't like him.
I just get the will. But it's the stuff. It's like, how long do they look at you in the eye, and how long, is their body facing you? And I think women are probably a lot more sensitive to this one, because I think they have to assess risk a lot more than guys. But and I think they're also socialized better, I think. But a guy like Obama, I honestly feel like he's operating like, in terms of charisma and social behavior, he's operating on like 10 Michael Jordans. Like, I honestly think that when he was talking, like, when he talks about something that's emotional, I think he could, like, tell himself to cry, like, 4 tears. And I know it sounds like I'm joking right now, but I'm really not. Like, I think he knows how to measure his words, how to, like, breathe, like, the exact amount to get you to, like, come in, and then he'll just tell you something, and then he just pushes you back out when he needs to. It's all measured. Now, if we talk about is Trump charismatic?
He's charismatic in his own way, but it's I would say it's charisma. He's just as arrogant as he is charismatic.
Yeah.
So I think it clashes, but he's extremely charismatic. I mean, look, it depends if you like the guy. Look, when he was the night when he was elected president, and, you know, he spoke at like fucking 3:00 in the morning, and he comes up to the podium and he's like, sorry for being late. It's a complicated business. You don't like him, but he's relaxed. He goes up to the fucking podium, this chaotic situation where everyone hates him right now, and he's just behind the mic, just like, sorry for being late. It's a complicated business, but let me thank everybody. It's not the president it's not the sort of charisma that people want, because it doesn't seem to have any empathy to it. At the end of his speech, you know, and obviously, we're discussing the, his first speech as the president-elect that he did just yesterday. At the end of the speech, he did something very strange, but I kind of laughed when he did it. But it's like he's fucking with us, because at the end, for those of you that didn't hear the speech, the main theme of the speech, there were 2 things. There was him sort of just shitting on BuzzFeed and other media outlets like the BBC, CNN. Obviously, he's going to make his career off of shitting on CNN. He is going to make it his mission, just like he made his mission to repeal Obamacare. He's going to try to destroy CNN every chance he gets, until by the end of the 4 years, unless he's reelected, CNN's name is just going to totally have a shift. I mean, it already has sort of a change now, considering that goofy shit that Don Lemon did the other day with the ear piercing when he was drunk. But so basically, those were the 2 items were him shitting on fake news, and it was him communicating to us that he would not be connected to any of his business ventures. He's going to have his 2 sons and another appointee run all of his Trump brands. So by the end of it, he said, my 2 sons and whoever the fuck are going to run it in a very professional manner. And if at the end of 4 years they didn't run it right, I'm going to tell them, you're fired. And then he just walks away. That's the last thing he says.
Right.
Like for his very first speech. There was no more, let's make America safe again. Let's make America the best again. Let's make it great again. It all of a sudden now it's just like, you're fired. I think it's odd. I'm watching that and I'm like, I don't know how to take that.
I think that's the point, man. I think that's the point of all this shit is like, I don't care if you're Meryl Streep. I don't care if you're the most bleeding heart liberal. You're conservative. We've never seen anything like this before. No one of us has ever seen this. And I think you and I are pretty good at understanding communication and reading into things. And I don't have anything either in terms of predictions. I don't know. He's a wild card. He's throwing fire into the. He is just as. I have no clue what's gonna happen, and I think what he does that Obama didn't do and no other politician has is like he is a reality show star, and he understands. Like, okay, charisma is a complex thing, right? I think he is charismatic, but it's like if you're talking about an athlete, if I say the word athlete to you, that's very general, but you know that I mean it's someone who does physical activities. You don't know if it's cardio or if they're a weightlifter or if they are just very acrobatic and technical, but his level of charisma is like it's something different than Obama's, and something that we're used to it, but just not in a political sense. Like the type of charisma he has is the type of thing that gets you to stay watching the TV during a commercial break. He has that thing where it's just like they grab you by the nuts and just hold on to you, and you don't feel good that you're sitting there locked in, but it's the type of shit that the Kardashians have. It's the type of stuff that, like, I think it's the shit that, like, makes you want to watch a Super Bowl commercial because it's like, oh, it's so weird. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, all that shit. Because we're all just wanting to be entertained, right? And that's a sad truth, I think, about this country is, like, I think we are very much, as bad as things get here, we are very sheltered, and we kind of, like, I think we're sort of greedy for entertainment. Even if it comes in the news, I think we're not willing to acknowledge that politics is entertainment. And I think we've been pretending for a long time because ideally,
I think you're very right about that. I think that word pretend is
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So and dude, I fucking live in DC. I live here, dude. This is every day. I know this shit, man. It's like people consume this stuff in the same way they do Star Wars. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's fucking true. It's like, did you hear what Trump did? It's like, you know that he's real, but you also don't really, like, Obama, it's like, we can talk about him, but it's like, you know he's real, but at the same time, it's like, have you ever seen him? It's like, how close do you feel to his policies? How close, like, how much do you think you've been affected by it? Or, like, these figureheads, like, I look on social media and it's all like Joe and like Biden and Obama like bumping fists and eating ice cream together and all this stuff, and it's like I see that stuff more than people talking about Guantanamo or whatever drone stuff is happening, and there's a reason for that. I mean, like, we don't want this WikiLeaks information. We don't want to have to look through all the information, and like, because we're fucking lazy as shit. And like, okay, so the point I'm trying to make is, like, ideally politics is very serious, and it affects our lives, and it's stuff that we should take seriously, and it's inherently not supposed to be entertaining. But I think Trump is representing something evil in us that we haven't been acknowledging, which is like, dude, like, I mean, if Brad Pitt goes and testifies before Congress,
I hate whenever I see that.
Yeah, well, you know what? You pay attention to it.
No, I don't. No, excuse me. No, I don't. I listen.
You pay
listen,
you hear about it.
Okay, I hear about it, but most of the time when that shit happens, I don't even listen. There have been periods in my life where I used to watch C-SPAN. I would sit there and listen to to legislators, just fucking talk about the most boring shit. The gentleman has 3 minutes. The gentleman from Washington, D.C. I used to watch all that boring shit. I don't know why, but I did. And I won't sit for 1 second and watch fucking Angelina Jolie address Congress about climate change. I don't even know if she speaks on that type of stuff. I'm only assuming that since Brad's dick was inside her, there's some form of influence there. But no, never have any interest in any of that. I mean, the whole Meryl Streep thing is, it just... there's something about it, and there's something about award shows when actors get on stage and they just speak with this extra layer of just contempt for everyone else. Just when they want to really speak about something, they really get at it. But to your point about the entertainment, I absolutely agree. I mean, I think that it's all about, when you hear people talking about movies, as we were listening to Donald Trump in his review show. I guess if everything is about a feeling that a character makes you have, it's all about the feeling and the relationship between Joe Biden and Obama, just like when you saw Jerry Maguire and it was about the relationship between Tom fucking Cruise and people know more about that than they know about Joe Biden's actual credentials. Like, they don't know anything. I mean, as much as I know about Joe Biden is that he was from Delaware. And is he a war veteran?
I don't think so. I know his son died, which I know some other shit. But yeah, I really don't, man.
Yeah, but, he's very much a blue-collared guy. And people know more about that. And I don't know if that necessarily makes Americans ignorant. It's just we go for something else because we look at it.
I don't think we're any more ignorant. Like, by the way, like, I'll let you finish this, but like, I don't think we're any more ignorant than any other nation. I feel like we're all fucking dumb. And like, I'm not gonna go to another country, by the way. Like, it's such a young liberal thing, by the way, to go to another country and like completely shit on your own stuff. So like, have some fucking. Like,
I went to Saudi Arabia, and do you know that those kids, they read the newspaper daily, and they don't have phones in their faces?
Yeah, but you were wearing a fucking full niqab when you were there.
A beekeeper suit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think I came way out of that phase now where it's like you'll go overseas and people will shit on you. Like, they will actively try and shit on you and America in general. And it's like, I know we have a lot of issues, but it's like I'm not gonna fucking sit there and let people talk like their fucking country is like doesn't smell like shit sometimes too. It's like, you got, like, everyone has their own shit going on. It's like, don't fucking pretend.
Listen, it's exhausting. It's exhausting to keep up with all this stuff. I mean, as I was listening to the Trump speech, I mean, I got the references. I got the Donna Brazile reference, and I think he had a point there because he's addressing the press. That's all he did there. All he basically did was say, do you really, why are you doing this? Is it because you think she would have been better than me? Do you think Hillary would have done a better job? Is that what you guys think? Because emails were put out when she got fucking, she got questions served up to her, from the debates in advance. And this isn't being taught. So he's just talking straight to the media. There was no anything to take away from it. The only offensive thing that I think anybody could take away from it was the fact that he had his lawyer speak, which was a female. And after she had explained everything, and I think she explained everything perfectly well, he reiterated he said, I don't know if it was properly explained, but this paperwork here represents that. I was like, well, did he just mansplain? He did.
A fucking lawyer?
Yeah, he mansplained the fucking lawyer. Go back and watch it. You see, she speaks, and she's a good speaker. She's very eloquent. She's very clear with what she's trying to say. She doesn't get too lost in lawyer terminology. You understood exactly what she was trying to say, how she pointed out that the paperwork that's being worked out here is what's going to separate Donald Trump from his business. For now at least. And then he sort of repeated it. He said, I don't know if it was explained properly, but this is what this paperwork is for. But anyway, but I wanted to go back to what I was saying. It's like, we've always known that it's entertainment because we're all into how we feel about the candidates. That's how we're in this. We always feel first, and then it's about the issues, whether you're a single issue a voter. I mean, look, let's not bullshit here. I mean, most gay most LGBTQ. I don't know what's the actual.
Yeah, you got it right.
No, wasn't there something else that was added recently?
Dude, don't worry about
that.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, listen, I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be.
I'm shocked that you're trying to add more to it. Dude, don't, man.
Okay, all right.
Just leave it at the fucking queue.
Listen,
dude.
there has to be 2% a journalistic integrity on the show, just 2%. But anyway, they're single issue voters. That's what they are. I mean, because if you ask them, why do you love Obama? Oh, it's because the gay marriage, he made it. You know, they normally aren't going to mention the Affordable Care Act. They aren't going to make references to too many other things because that's really all they care about. But, you know, whether you voted for him for one issue or you liked him for one issue or several issues, the initial thing is how does he make you feel?
Yeah.
And why is that such a bad thing? Because, you know, we know that if we go into researching products and marketing, we know that we're triggered. We're sold things based on how we feel about colors, how we feel about words. You know, there's a lot of components that go into it, but it's all about how we respond to symbols. So why would it be any different that we would see a person and just like you said, we would see somebody like Obama who at the base of his charisma is his confidence. He's a totally confident person, completely confident, and he just owns whatever the fuck he is. He just totally owns it, and he's comfortable within his own skin. So why would you not look at that and first assess how that makes you feel and be guided by that? Is that such a bad thing? You know, is that ignorant? I don't know.
What you're doing is, I mean, I think I'm doing it too. I mean, we're talking very honestly. I mean, and it is, a lot of these things are really emotional, and it's also tribal, man. It's the red ties versus the blue ties. Because I mean, I think I align like with the vast majority of like liberal concepts in terms of like economics and all that stuff and the social things. But look, the thing is, this is about to become House of Cards for the next 4 years. I think liberal people are about to pay more attention to politics and what is done in the White House and on the executive legislative level more than they have in the past 8 years. That's my prediction.
Absolutely, because that's how
I'm
it was.
About to do it.
Because that's how it was when Bush was in office.
Right. We're about to get our fucking magnifying glasses out. And look, it's not just because there's a fucking Republican in office, okay? It gets even weirder because, like I said, this dude is a fucking reality star. This is a reality show now, dude. You're fired, dude. Every time he says some stuff, it's just more stuff being jammed into your vein. That's spiking your vein, and they're just pumping more of that weird stuff into you, and you're just like, what? He said what? He did what? He did what? So it's not even just liberals. I think everyone is going to pay attention more. It's like, this isn't Obama. You know what I mean? This isn't the guy who's not going to fuck up and he's going to go to China and the meeting's going to go completely well because nothing weird is going to happen. It's going to be an event. Everything he does is going to be some kind of event. Do you know how much he's going to offend people and say crazy shit? He's going to say like nigger on accident or something, or like say that like tranny or something. Dude, I'm telling you, like, or on purpose. Niggers, I said it. No, look, right now he's in a Twitter battle with the Twitter is a perfect example, dude. Like, he's in a Twitter battle with the Mexican president, which I love, by the way, because the Mexican president, he just said, Trump, I'm not paying for your fucking wall. How many times do you just say it? And he just said that openly, and I'm like, wow, this is just... And
that was his promise. His promise was they're going to pay for it. He never explained how they were going to pay
Right, it's
for
like,
it.
dude, like, what the fuck?
Well,
Trump
what he kept, the language that he kept using now, and maybe this is because it's instructed by a lawyer. I'm pretty sure the things that he was saying was consulted by a lawyer. I'm sure all this stuff is the wording of everything. What he kept saying now was very different than when he was on the campaign trail. He was saying reimbursed. I don't know. I don't know. Really not much of a difference, but he kept saying they're going to reimburse us. Reimburse.
It's just, but like, you might as well say, come on, you goofed up.
Okay, but listen, now that I think of it, there is a difference because reimburse implies that I'm paying for it first and you'll pay for it eventually. So there's a lot of bullshit with that because theoretically, maybe not theoretically. I don't even know if I'm using that correctly. Because I can build that wall in 3 years and then tell everybody, okay, Mexico will pay for it. You know, they'll reimburse us for it. When? They'll reimburse us. Don't worry about it. They will. They will. So that's very clever, but it's fuckery. Because he wasn't saying that before. Not that I can. If anyone can remember him using that word, I don't remember. Because I heard a lot. I was listening to a lot of Hillary and a lot of Trump speeches. You know, during more Trump than Hillary, because Hillary's just difficult to listen to.
I know. Oof.
If you can
Jesus.
kill me.
She's not a speaker. You know what she should have had?
Well,
She
Trump's
should have
not
had.
a speaker either.
He is, dude.
He's horrible.
He's like, look, he's not. He's a speaker in the way that your drunk uncle is. It's like, no, I'm telling. It's like when he comes around, you start laughing. You're like, yo, what's up, uncle? He's like, listen to the lady, you know, the lady. You talk to them, they don't want to fuck. You know,
Yeah, okay.
you fuck
Why
the
does my
lady.
uncle sound like Count Dracula?
That's my uncle.
Okay.
I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing a Haitian accent.
Is it?
You try to fuck them, you know, they don't want to talk to you. They don't. I'm doing a gesture you don't understand, but all the Haitians out there will understand it. Like they trying to talk. You know, whatever, man. Fuck them. Fuck these bitch, man. Yeah, so he's that uncle who says crazy shit, and you're like, you're fucking nuts, dude. What the hell happened? Like, what happened today? And he'll tell you, my fucking balls itch, man, all day. They fucking itch. You laugh. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of balls itching, I had a weird moment at the gym earlier today.
We don't want to hear about your balls, dude.
So I'm in the sauna. My gym is really fancy. Okay, it has a yeah, that's the sound that the sauna makes. I'm in the sauna, whatever. I do that after I work out to stretch my muscles a little bit. Stretch my muscles, stretch my dick out. There's 2 other dudes in the sauna, right? One of them is some Hispanic dude sitting in there. He's like, hey, man, do you think Green Bay is going to win or the fucking Packers? Is it the Pack? Wait, no.
Green Bay is the Packers.
I'm sorry.
God.
Okay.
Wayne Wade.
Look, and some other dude. This guy walks out of the showers, buck naked, old white dude, comes in and he's like, oh, standing room only, I guess. And he's fucking just buck naked. And it's, I don't know what it is, but like why would someone do that? It's weird. His dick just hanging out. And
He's an older dude.
Not that old, man. He's probably like 47, 45. I shut my eyes in that dark, hot room filled with men.
Envisioned
Yes, I was like,
his nuts in your eager mouth.
no, this is fucking gross. Like, did you ever have to go any shower rooms in any?
That happened one time. I was at a community pool. I don't know. I think I was probably about 12 years old, and I was in the locker room, and I saw like a grown man's fucking balls and dick, and I was like, "What?" Like, as a kid, I was just like, "That's so unnecessary. Like, why are you walking around here? Why are you walking around here with your dick out, bro? Like, it's so uncalled for. That I'm a child. There are other children here, and I just
isn't that
very uncomfortable.
Is that molestation?
It is. It's very aggressive. It's a passive aggressive form of it. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, he's got to know. Dude. He's got to know that there are. Listen, I think it's odd when you are running in the park and there's a shirtless dude fucking sweating his ass off and there are fucking children there. I think that's weird. I don't think that's molestation. I just think that's kind of odd.
I've seen you. Didn't you run with a shirt off?
I didn't run with a shirt. What do you do? No.
Was it just in my imagination?
No, I think it's weird. I don't think it's
as
extreme.
Is not weird.
What was that?
Okay? Women can run with sports bras on, though, right?
Women don't run with sports bras on, and that's it. That doesn't happen.
Are you out of your fucking mind right now, dude?
I don't ever fucking notice.
Hold up, please. Hang on. You don't see women run with sports bras when it's really hot in Central Park, dude?
Dude, I mean. Listen, well, I will say also that the women that I see, they're normally, it's not sports bras. They're normally wearing like a tight tank top, sort of a thermo.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but it's not something where their stomach's exposed. I mean, if I've seen that,
dude, come on.
It's been very rare. It just doesn't happen that often.
Are they just scared of getting touched or something?
I don't know, man. Listen, I'm not saying it's as extreme as walking around with your dick out. I think walking around with your dick out, I think that's disgusting when you're in the locker room. Listen, if we're at the Planet Fitness and there are adults there, then it's just unnecessary. It's just like, dude, what the fuck? But this was a community pool. There were children. There were older people there.
Right.
That's inappropriate, dude. That's really uncalled for. But yeah, I mean,
what if the guy's like, then tell those kids to get the fuck out. I'll keep my old saggy balls out as much as I want.
Knees, Winthrop.
I gotta powder my nuts, man. These kids gotta learn them something. You know, when I was a young guy, you know, you used to be able to powder your nuts.
How old are you now?
About 708.
Okay.
When I was a young guy,
you don't like a day over 1,000.
Thanks. Okay. You know, we used to own slaves. Colored fellas like you used to work for us.
Yeah.
You know, we used to go down the store. We used to get used to be able to purchase a Dominican guy. And you know how much? You know, I paid. Guess how much I paid for a fella look just like you?
How much?
I paid about 50 cents. 50 cents. For just
why did you sound so black when you said that?
Just yeah, I'm trying to relate to the young guys, you know. I paid 50.
Pulling your dick out, I get it.
I paid 50 cents for a guy like you. Got a papusa. Had him working for me for another 40 years. Mm-hmm. Then I was able to own all of his kids. I still own them to this day.
This is dark, dude.
It's not.
It's the way of the world, son.
Yeah, it's that old guy.
It's just the way of the world. Here's the receipt. I just bought you. Get in the field.
Dude, he was just telling a story about what it used to be like in the olden days, man.
Horrible.
He used to powder your nuts. You got any questions for us?
I always wondered how women behaved in locker rooms. Like I've always asked girls, like in gyms, do women walk around like with their tits out and shit like that? Like, does that really happen? Of course, they always say no. Maybe there's occasionally a girl who will remove her shirt and her bra, and you know, of course, women, it's like whatever.
They don't have the same shit as us, man. They don't have the same like. I don't think there's no predators and like I am comfortable. I'm mostly comfortable in the locker room, I'll admit, but like. Sometimes there's like some like sus activities going on where it's just like, and it's not about the gay shit. It's not that. It's like a creep. That's what you're worried about. It's like you're not. It's like someone who will make like interactions weird. Yeah. Someone who will talk to you while you're undressing. So it's like, dude, I don't know you. It's like I don't know you. That type of shit. It's weird.
Yeah, it's just not the way. It's. Socially, obviously, women are much more liberal. They're much more liberal sexually.
Yeah.
You know, I can be. I'm definitely the type of guy that if I'm with somebody, I'm like, oh, okay, that's a handsome fellow. You know, that's a handsome fellow. I'm comfortable enough that I can say that.
I've seen you say that every time you see a dude.
And point directly at the dude like he's handsome. No, yeah. You know, but then you'll be around certain circles where a guy, he's not even comfortable saying that. It's dude. It's like, why does that? Like, why does it matter for you to say that? But somebody could argue that it's like, well, if a guy pulls his dick out on the, you know, in the gym, why would that make you uncomfortable? You know, there's degrees. There's degrees to it, but I would argue that no, dude, that's a hostage situation. That's not, that person isn't compromising at all. It's completely different. That's completely different. They're imposing something on you.
I like modesty. How do you feel about breastfeeding?
You know what? I witnessed breastfeeding the other day at a store.
Chuck E. Cheese? You were sitting there with binoculars watching?
Oh, God. I don't know. It's not something that I've seen very often, but maybe sometimes I try to get a peek. I don't feel any... Honestly.
Of course. But they always have the little cloth over it, and you're like, oh, you foiled again. Foiled again.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see it that often. I can't really say. I mean, if you were at a Starbucks and you were maybe with a friend and a lady just like pulls her tit out, I mean, would you say something? Would you move?
I absolutely. Well, how close is she to me?
Let's say 2 feet.
I would.
2 feet, and I would say 3/4 of the boob is visible.
I would pull out my laptop and start drawing her. If I'm in a clandestine angle where no one could see me, I would draw the tit. I would draw the tit in its full ripe beauty. No, I would have to tell my friend.
You, Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. Like, what do you doing?
I would have to tell my friend. I would grab my friend's arm tightly and be like, "Listen, I gotta tell you something important. Okay, it's imperative that you listen."
I'm serious. What would you do? What would you do?
That's exactly what I would do.
You're not gonna draw her.
No, I wouldn't draw her. I wouldn't draw her, dude. I would grab my friend's arm though, and I'd be like, dude.
Okay, it's a female. It's a girl.
I'd probably do it anyway, just to be funny, because they wouldn't get it, but they would be like, "Shut up!"
You wouldn't get up. It wouldn't make you uncomfortable. You wouldn't be like,
I'd be trying to look, man. I would try and look once or twice, and then I would just.
I have to keep moving the goalposts. What if it's a disgusting looking titty?
I'm good. No, I don't want to look.
Yeah, then you'll get up and you're like, "Nah, dog, this ain't for me." Dog.
I'm not getting up, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. You should be able to feed your fucking child wherever the fuck you want, though. I don't give a shit. Like, honestly, you're in the club, you got your baby with you, you pull your tit out, bang. You know what I'm saying?
In the club? That's fucking...
Yeah, when you're in the club with your baby,
yeah,
you know?
That's common. That's
you got a funeral
situation
with the
that
baby.
most people find themselves in.
You're at a sporting event with your baby, you know what I'm saying? You're driving with your baby, pull a tit out, let it suck it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yo, we got some questions, huh?
Yes, we do. Hey, look, man, we're in sync with each other. I just picked up my phone right there when you said it, and Dom and I can't see each other. That was impressive, sir. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got a few questions from you guys that we asked you to send via Snapchat. Of course, you can send me a message via Snapchat at d.podcast. Sorry, d.respect on Snapchat. That's d.respect. Dom has never worked in the service industry, therefore he will speed right through his name.
CBLACKULA.
Okay, there you go.
C Blackula.
God, that's been pissing me off more and more these days.
What?
Because at my job there's been a change of memberships now that they've switched over how they've done everything. So I've been taking a lot of emails. I've been doing a lot of that, and the people that just rain down their emails on you, and you just have to tell them, "Whoa, buddy, whoa, what the fuck did you just say?" Like people have like numbers and their names and underscores. Yeah. CBLA underscore 34 that. It's like, dude, come on. You know I didn't fucking hear that. Have you ever served anyone in your life? Have you ever said, "Here, sir, I'm being paid because I have to do this for you"? That's never happened, has it? I can tell.
I worked as a bouncer before.
Who cares?
I actually had a job like that once, though. I want to talk about a job.
Well, obviously we served you. I was a slave.
Yeah, but I gotta tell you, I had a serving job. I used to take the guy's address, okay. Right? Okay. And I would go to his house, and I would tell him which slave he should buy.
Okay, let's get to the questions.
I think he just died.
Thank you, Winthrop.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from Diego. Diego said, "What's your favorite spots to eat in the city?" Sorry, Dom. DC is lame, but obviously I'm sure DC has some pretty good eateries.
Nowhere near what you have in fucking
of course
Manhattan.
not. No.
We don't have one fucking Haitian restaurant, and I want to pull my fucking hair out because I have not eaten griot or the fucking some macaroni in fucking years. I haven't had good griot. What the fuck am I supposed to do in my life?
Griot. What's griot?
It's a grill. It's fried pork. It's you know what it is? It's chicharrones, except it's really fucking good. It's very particular. It's chicharrones, except you have to have the perfect cut of meat. It's not just whatever fucking trappings your abuelita got or whatever. It's like you got to get it's about the distribution of the meat to fat ratio. And it's like a perfect cube every time. And then they deep fry that shit, season it up, bang. Perfect. Banan pesé, that's fried plantains where they're pressed really hard. You know what I'm talking about? Into discs. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you've mentioned plantain. I mean, what is it, plantain?
Yeah, plantain. But that's
like incomplete. It's like an incomplete word.
It's plantain.
Plantain. Yeah, I get it. I hear you.
What do you platano? No, fuck that.
That's why it sounds incomplete.
No, but plantain, you like boil it, fry it. But banan pesé is like you slice a good piece of plantain and you squeeze it down really hard into a flat disc and then deep fry that. You guys do that, right?
Yeah, there's tostones.
Fuck that.
Into flat disc and we fry it. That's what you mean?
Yeah.
You literally mean tostones. That's what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You're an asshole.
Anyway, what's the question?
Okay, my you
Tostones.
know what?
Tostones.
I'd say that I'm not much of a foodie in the sense that I don't know a lot of spots.
I noticed that about you. How the fuck are you not like, you live in the greatest place, dude.
There are places that I like to eat. I was gonna mention one, but I'm just not really big of a foodie. It's a restaurant. It's in Union Square, I believe. It's called Republic. Republic is a nice spot, and I'll tell you why. It's a good dating spot because Republic gives you the right. I believe it's Thai food. Republic gives you the great mixture of a great ambiance, and it's cheap.
Is it dark in there?
It's dim.
Love a dark restaurant,
Yeah,
dude.
it's
Love it.
dim.
I don't want to see who's in front of me.
Nice art in the venue. It's very high ceilings. It's sort of a cafeteria seating, which I love, which is key. Which is key when you get into very intimate and close first dates.
But you're on a bench with a bunch of other people?
No. I mean, you can be, but there's couples areas. There's areas for couples. So Republic is great, but I want to say that my favorite place to get sweets, my favorite, I got several of them, but one that I'll mention right now that it's not far from me.
CVS.
It is.
Dwayne Reed.
It is. So I get my Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm a cultured guy. No, it's Insomnia Cookies.
Oh,
did I take it Insomnia Cookies? Did you go?
Yeah.
Oh,
God. We have it down here too, and that shit.
Oh, you have to. Okay,
Yeah.
Insomnia
God.
Cookies. It's like the texture of the cookies. It's like it's always chewy and it's always warm.
It's gooey, man.
Have you ever had the Reese's peanut butter cup cookie?
I think we got it when I was over there.
Oh my God! It's like the ooze of Reese's peanut butter cup.
I prefer the s'more. I think it's a s'more one, or like a Rocky Road that they have some kind of shit.
Oh God, Insomnia.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Insomnia Cookies is just ridiculous. There's another place. Well, it's several places in the city. It's called the Donut Plant. The most creative, most delicious donuts you'll ever eat. Fucking just pomegranate donuts and yeah, pistachio. It's so good. They're so fucking good. All right, let's move on to the next question. First, I fucking love that you guys. Oh, sorry. This is from Tingling Sense. He says, first, I fucking love that you guys release episodes so often nowadays. I'm wondering, though, who do you feel should be a XXL freshman this year? Also, ask Flat Ass Guy if he has a broken dick. First, I'd like to see if Flat Ass Guy has a broken dick. Just getting it over with, of course.
We're not talking about my dick. That's not why we're talking here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't come on this show so I can talk to you guys about my penis. Why would you guys ask me questions like that? We should be talking about other sort of things.
So you're copping out. Is that what you're saying? You're not answering.
Yeah, I don't want to talk
about.
Okay,
all right. Enough of Flat Ass Guy. Okay. Okay. So to answer your question, there's only one. Look, the XXL freshman list doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, it's been diluted for, I mean, shit. Let's say like maybe 7-8 years. I mean, it's really gone to shit. Which most lists.
Why? Because Lil Yachty's on there.
Well, because it really became very clear that it was not about skilled people anymore. And it was, I mean, there's always been people that were on the list because they had a buzz. That always happened. But it became clear that, 4 or 5 years ago, it completely went to shit. It just started, ascending into shittery over the last 7 years. It became very clear after a while that the list was completely made up of people that just have a buzz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you look, I'm looking at the XXL freshman list in 2010. This had Corey Guns. This had Blue.
Who the hell's that?
Corey Guns, he's from New York City. He was on that 6 foot song, 6 foot, 7 foot.
8 foot, right?
Right, with Lil Wayne. You had
Okay.
B.O.B.
Oh.
You had Blue. You had Mickey Fax. You had Wale. You had Charles Hamilton, which is somebody that you love. You would love. I swear to God. I mean, I am telling you, if we go Dom Sketchcast 2010, we are heavy on Charles Hamilton. We are so heavy on it.
Whatever it is.
Yes, we are. We got Currency, Cuddy's in it. This and what is it? Asheroth. So this is a list that's made up of people that, whether you love them or not, they all had a sense of skill. You know, I know it's subjective. I get it. I understand. But they had something there. I mean, if you look at the list, you know, you look at the list look, I'm looking at whatever the fuck list this was. I think it was 2015. You know, you see Vince Staple. You see Fetty Wap. You see a whole bunch of other fucking people. You see OG Macko. The list just became it's all about the buzz. It's all about the buzz. So the person that I feel that should have been on it, if it mattered, would be Joyner Lucas. That's Joyner Lucas.
He wasn't on it?
No, he was never on a freshman. They bought him up for the freshman cover. He's been bought up before, but it's a thing of how big is his following, how, you know, all that jazz. But he should have been a freshman a year, 2 years ago. You know, I think, well, maybe a year ago. But it's just because he just doesn't have that buzz. So, you know, it's a list that most people don't really care for obvious reasons. I think people just reject old mediums and their lists just because they're old mediums. Like, they look at a magazine putting out a list as if, who the fuck are you? You're just Double XL magazine. Yeah, you have a website, but you're a magazine to us. Fuck you. Fuck your list. Fuck the MTV hottest rapper list. We just reject it because of the medium, not even necessarily because of the list.
Yes, I agree with everything you just said.
Charles Hamilton, I think, would be on your list, right? I swear to fucking God, dude. It would have been an obsession. He would have been in Hip Hop RPG, by the way. He would have been in Hip Hop RPG, and he would summon Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, that's cool.
Absolutely guarantee that you would have done that. And there's one guy that's listening right now who remembers Charles Hamilton and who loved the Hip Hop RPG, and he is like, yes, Dom would have totally put him in there with his stupid fucking pink headphones, all the way, all the fucking way. Are we gonna get into another one, or let's see, maybe delve into?
Wait! I didn't answer mine. Come on,
okay.
dude.
I thought you were gonna answer.
Also, you didn't let me answer my favorite place to eat either. But I'm just gonna let that slide, okay, buddy?
Yeah.
All right.
You did answer what your favorite place to eat was.
No, I didn't. What did I say?
You live in DC. Does it matter? You said plank. You listen. You bitched and moaned for 5 minutes about Haitian restaurants. That's what you did.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, you're right. I did. Okay. Anyway,
I assumed you said it already.
Let me say my XXL freshman that I would use for this year. I put Kendrick on there, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. As if he wasn't a freshman already.
Yeah. Put him on again, dude.
Okay. What's this? Give me the restaurant.
Oh,
see?
No. No. Listen. I can choose a DC restaurant or a New York restaurant. New York restaurants are definitely superior in quality. So I gotta say, oh shit. I like Momofuku, but I like Jeepney better than Momofuku. Oh man, there's so many good places. You know what? I'll just say. Oh, you know what? No. My favorite restaurant is a place called Hill Country Barbecue in DC. Actually, no. My favorite restaurant of all.
You've mentioned this place to me before.
It's so good. It's the best barbecue I've ever had. Like a good fat brisket. Like, they don't fuck around, dog. This shit. You fucking eat this shit, cocksucker. You got the fat dripping out of this motherfucker. You dip it in the fucking sauce. So fucking good.
Okay.
Make your dick hard. My favorite restaurants of all time, though, are all in Japan. So, and some of them I don't even know the fucking name. And some of the other ones, if I said the name, you would call me a douche. So, yeah.
Okay, because why? The names sound...
Because it's not in English, so it's just like I'm leaving myself open to ridicule, you know?
Jumbo Juboude?
That's like French, dude.
Oh, well, I thought Creole was a variation of it, isn't it?
I said Japan. Like, what is Creole?
Oh, in Japan. I'm sorry.
You dumb dog. All right, we're done.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Jambon
Jambon Judan, the famous Japanese restaurant, Jambon Judan.